I want to talk about. Hey, I'm at a tennis tournament and my match got canceled. Well, the guy didn't show up because it's the consolation round. So I'm just waiting for the next round, just chilling in my car. Anyway, I want to talk about going with the flow. So basically, reality is comprised both of individuals and of collective movements. And so basically, all individual movements ultimately end up bringing about the whole. The only thing we can guide and dictate is our own individual movement. What we do, I can only control myself, so to say, right? Going with the flow, in a sense, meaning not being uptight, not being rigid, not being stingy, but instead submitting to reality rather than my conceived notions of reality, ends up bringing me, and I'm talking about myself, but this is universal. It brings me or you or whomever to a better place with respect to both myself and with respect to the collective. So for example, and this is a very, very small example, but it matters. So I did not sign up to play doubles this weekend, but the tournament director asked me, "You want to play doubles?" I said, "Sure." I said, "Okay, do you have a partner you want?" I'm like, "No, whoever you give me." And I said, if you want to do it, I'm fine. If you don't want to do it, I'm fine. Anything is fine. I'll do either. Either way is okay. And what's good about that is that I'm just going with the flow, just sort of submitting to whatever this tennis tournament is going to be. The guy didn't show up this morning, and I'm like, ugh, I came here early. And I thought about making a comment to the director saying, well, you should make sure people, call in advance to say they're not coming because out of respect for the opponent and all that. That's all true in a rational sense. Certainly from an egoic standpoint, oh man, I came here and da-da-da, you didn't respect my time, you didn't this, right? And I just decided not to say anything, right? While all those things are true, and while that would be better with respect to process and stuff, I just sort of felt like I didn't need to say it. And I didn't. Because as it does stand in reality, I came out here, it's a beautiful morning. Oh man, this is beautiful. Some really good quality tennis is happening because it's the second day, so all the good players have made it. Just beautiful trees and, I'm just chilling. It's fun, I get to spend time with the tournament people and just relax, and that's good. That's good. That's a worthy way of spending the day. No complaints needed. And whether I play doubles or don't play doubles, it will have been, that will have been what this tournament was. Every day is different. Every minute is different. Every person's life is different. You never, like a fingerprint, you'll never see the same thing twice, ever. Even the same movie you play over and over, theoretically speaking, the lighting in your room might be a little different, right? The pixelation on the TV might be ever so slightly different, right? Your mood will be different, and so you're going to perceive it differently. You never see the same thing twice. That's why every moment is precious. And then those moments are best cultivated when moving with the flow. Not as per our own egoic demands of reality. That's been my big lesson through my 20s. Because my whole life was designed to essentially put me in control, right? All the education, all the this, all the that, all the accrual of degrees and accreditations and so forth to give me a good income and give me control over my life. And I don't discount those. I don't discount that whatsoever. I think those are good, generally speaking, so long as they don't stifle somebody's spirit, because income is important and you do want to work hard and earn what you get and everything. I believe in that. As per my specific life, though, that was not what I was about. And honestly, to be very honest, I suppose, I guess I'm realizing this. I guess my whole 20s was a lesson of going with the flow. Wow. Rather than anything else, rather than anything I've tried to build or anything important as it may have been. And those also largely occurred within the flow. You know, like I started a band in the flow, making these videos in the flow. Yeah, but, you know, because the truth is, if you think about it, like, we don't really know reality that well. You know, we know presupposed assumptions. We know how things have been. We know how we think things are going to be. What do we really know, though? We know we appeared here on Earth and we're here for a certain amount of time, and, you know, the way in which we cultivate our lives largely depends. I mean, we do have an individual will in a sense, but it largely depends upon how our individual will is interacting with the environment around us, the people around us, the collective, so to say. And I think the flow ends up dictating in much more intelligent terms their own, because it's a matter of looking outside of the isolated perspective, you know. I only know so much, literally. Like, any person only knows what they know, and the plethora of knowledge contained by the other 7 or 8 billion humans, it absolutely dwarfs what even the smartest person could know. Now, the plethora of stuff that still remains in the unknown far dwarfs what an individual or even all of humanity knows. You see? So we don't know much, is my point. And I think that in a secular and rational sense, you must follow essentially your egoic imperative, because you see nothing beyond it. There's no trust in the universe. There's no belief in anything outside of your own reason, so to say. But in a spiritual sense, there certainly is. And that's the whole point of this. It's to see and understand what underlies this whole life and all the reason and everything. And when you're operating in flow, not only do you feel better, not only do you perform better as an individual, what you end up doing of natural course ends up leading to a better collective as well. And that's the thing, you don't need to force it. You just need to submit to the flow. And that's better for one, better for all. Rather than it being exclusionary. I mean, exclusive to either the collective or the individual. It's better for all. Like, again, so for example, if I end up playing doubles, that's better for me, and it's better for the other people who now get to play a fully fledged doubles match. And if I don't play dubs, if I chose not to play dubs, though they wanted me to, then, well, the other 3 people don't get to play dubs, and I don't get to play dubs either, because I retracted, I contracted. Why? Though it wasn't on my plan, how important is my plan? Today, my plan's not that important. See? So in the flow. See, and if the guy didn't cancel this morning, I wouldn't be sitting here making this video right now. I'd be playing tennis. You know? So that's another hidden benefit that essentially occurs within everything. We don't know the meaning of everything. We only have our basic reactions and then our deeper intuitions. Basic reactions, oh man, this is not good, but oh my God, there's so much good. There's so much good in everything, even bad things. For what we learn from them, and even the fact that it makes us look into our own minds, you know? Anyway, yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm gonna take a nap now, but I hope you enjoyed this.